Hi guys, hello. Good day guys, welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. And if you're new here, well, we talk about aviation, motivation and adventure. And in today's edition, we are going to be talking about 5 amazing things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 5 amazing things that you can do with your private pilot license. Because for some days we have been discussing about the private pilot license, some things you can actually do with the private pilot license, and we can see generally that there's not so much you can do as per getting money from the license, but generally there are some things you can do to just like enjoy the privileges of your license. So basically that's what we're going to be talking about today. I can see some persons are already joining us online. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome on board. Nice having you. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know your name. Let me know who is joining me in this live stream. So guys, basically I'm going to be starting now, and just like I said, there's not, you can't basically, or let me say, you can't technically use your private pilot license to get money, but there are some other things you can actually do. Hi Jibril, welcome. Nice having you here today. Shegu, thank you so much guys for coming. Thank you so much, Shegu. I really appreciate your presence. So the first thing guys that we can do with, or the first thing on my list that I think you can do with your private pilot license, is that you can use it as an opportunity to visit places. And this can really work well if you have an aircraft. And even if you don't have an aircraft, you can rent an aircraft or maybe tag along with a friend or something and visit places with the privileges of your license. That's flying to those places. Like now, if I want to use like Nigeria or maybe South Africa or US as an example, like for instance in US and even in South Africa, a lot of persons have small aircraft, Cessna 172. They have a lot of small aircrafts that you can just maneuver with. You can use, go around, you can visit places. Hi Musa Sela, welcome on board. You know, you can use like visit several places. So it's, I think it's a benefit of the license that you don't have to wait to fly like a passenger and maybe go visit. You can use a small aircraft, visit communities, you know, visit different aerodromes, visit different airports. Like seriously, it's a good advantage. You're not just flying, you're flying as a pilot yourself. So that's one advantage I think you can use for that. Then the second one, which is very, I think the second advantage that you can actually do with your private pilot license, I feel it's like it's something you have to give back to your family. As a private pilot, you can fly your family. Hi, good evening, Sela. Nice having you here. You can fly your family. You can fly your friends. Obviously, they're not going to be paying you and all that, but it's a good experience. Imagine you tell your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, oh, come join me, let's go flying. Like, they're going to be like super excited. They're going to be like happy to want to go flying with their brother or with you, basically, because you have that opportunity, you have that privilege. Any other person cannot do that. Obviously, a layman cannot just pick up his family member and say, oh, except they are flying as passengers. But this one, you're going to be the one flying the aircraft. And I think it's an experience that your family is going to enjoy. It's an experience that people around you, they're going to enjoy. So you can go flying with your family, you can go flying with any of your friends. So that's the number 2 advantage I have for you that you can use with your private pilot license. Another thing you can also do with your private pilot license, which is the number 3 that I have on my list, is that you can do charitable services. Like we talked about before, firefighting service. Like I even read in the news some days ago, during this period that we are, you know, locked down and everything, I saw on the news that a student pilot was using an aircraft to actually distribute some what am I going to use? A medical kit, and he was using the opportunity to distribute medical kits and nose masks and all those like little things they can use in the very rural area. Tato, welcome girl, nice having you here. So like I read in the news about that story, and the guy was using his small aircraft. I think maybe he rented an aircraft or the aircraft of the school, something like that. He rented the aircraft and he was using it. Hi Jokodon, welcome aboard. Farouk, welcome. So he was using the aircraft basically to carry people to carry those what relief items, things that the doctors can use that they don't basically have in this areas. He was taking them, and it's a privilege that you have. I'm sure he's not just flying as a student pilot, he has his private pilot license. That is why he has that opportunity to actually take people from point A to point B and take not take people, he had the opportunity to take those medical supplies. And not just anybody, just as a student pilot, you can't just take medical supplies, take an aircraft and move. Hi Madiza, welcome, nice having you. So it's because he has his private pilot license. That's why I feel he could do that, because you cannot pilot an aircraft on your own without basically a license, either a student pilot license, a private pilot license, a commercial pilot license, any of the above. You can't do that on your own. So it's something you can also do. Charitable services, and like we know, charitable services, not like they are paid for, but it could give you an edge. Maybe when you're done with your commercial and all that and you're looking for a job, people will remember, okay, maybe you helped the Red Cross, maybe you helped your community, maybe you helped your nation. They will always remember that, oh, this person did this for us, so how can we pay him or her back? So basically that's another point I have for you. The third one, you can use it to do charitable services. Hi Edo Timothy, I'm doing so well. I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for coming on board. Nice having you. Another opportunity, guys, that you can use with your private pilot license, like advantages that you can use with your private pilot license, is that you can attend air shows. And see, air shows, I think it's not really just about the air show. You have the opportunity to connect with other pilots, even if you're just a private pilot. You have the opportunity to connect with other pilots. You have the opportunity to meet very like high persons in the industry. You have the opportunity to meet owners of airlines and people generally that you can learn from, that you can gain knowledge from, that they can tell you, oh, this was my path, this was how I started, this is where I am currently, this is how I got there. So air shows, if you have the opportunity to attend air shows just as a private pilot, I think it's a very good opportunity. Yeah, you might be looking at it that, oh, the private pilot license, there's no much. These are things, I'm telling you, practical things you can actually use your private pilot license for. Because I think most of us just see it as, because I can't make money with this license, let me just like keep it aside, let me, you know, just fashy and not even do anything. No, if you have the money to do just the private pilot license, you can start. You never can tell. The money for the commercial pilot license can later come, especially if you have a drive and a desire for it, because I think that is actually what kind of hinders a lot of persons. If you don't have the drive and desire for it, you're just considering, okay, the money you're going to get from it. When you start, there are some challenges you're going to meet on the way that might make you give up. But if you have so much drive, so much tenacity, so much like you just have so much grace and all that for it, you're going to get it really good. Hi Bariaya, welcome on board. Nice having you here today. Thank you so much for joining me. So guys, these are some things you need to consider. Don't just, I'm trying to say, if you have the desire to become a pilot, I think it's a step that you have to take. Don't stay and say, okay, since I can't really do much with this license, maybe I should just leave it about. The step to get to the other license will still come. And now another thing I want to say, which is the fifth tip, like I've talked about the fact that you can fly your friends and your family members. I've talked about the fact that you can visit places. I've talked about the fact that you can do charitable services. I've talked about the fact that you can attend air shows. Then the fifth thing I want to talk about is the fact that you can also use it to capture good views. And sincerely, I can tell you that airliners don't even have the opportunity to capture as much awesome views the way student pilots and helicopter pilots actually have the opportunity to capture awesome views. I mean awesome views. When we are flying, because we don't fly at very like high altitudes as student pilots, we have the opportunity to capture like awesome views. I mean very awesome views, especially around the airport area. I mean when you're about like coming into land or coming around the airport area, you're going to see beautiful landscape. And you know why capturing these views sometimes can help you as a student, as a private pilot, not as a student pilot, now as a private pilot. Part of the ways this thing can help you, I've seen a lot of persons both online and otherwise that actually sell landscape photos, portraits, all these things, and they make so much money from it. Guys, so much money. I'm trying to say, don't just narrow your mind and think of just this part. You need to open up your mind. You need to be able to see beyond where you are. That is just a private pilot. Like, because I know a lot of persons, when I see them online, I see people commenting and talking about the fact that, oh, they were done with their private pilot license and they can't continue because of this, because of that. These are some things you can actually do. If you have the opportunity to get on a small aircraft or a light aircraft, you can take awesome views, package them very well, put them in portrait format, put them on the what do they call those things that photographers put? They put them on like a frame and all that, and they go sell it. Like these things, because like, you know, people pay a lot for awesome valuable things. People want to see, wow, how does the view of this place look from above? How does the view of this country look from above? How does the view of this state look from above? How does the a lot of all these things. Yes, I know Google Map too gives, but when you take your own caption, when you give your own view, it looks so legit, it looks so like natural, and it looks like awesome. So these are some things you can actually do with your private pilot license. If you have a private pilot license and you're just thinking, say, okay, now what next? I just gave you 5 amazing things that you can actually do with your private pilot license. Don't think it's useless. Don't think I can't go far with it. Don't think, I beg, let me just fashion this thing, and if I don't have money to do my commercial, then I forget about it. No, you still have so much opportunity to go higher and higher and higher. Yeah, trust me, you have enough opportunities to keep going higher, even in the aviation industry. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, I'm going to be giving let me say 1 minute and 30 seconds or so for you to ask your questions, guys, concerning, because I made a promise I was going to talk about this 5 amazing things you have to do with your commercial your private pilot license, and that's why I actually made this video. So if you have any questions concerning the private pilot license, we are going to continue, like, talk about other so many other awesome things. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any concerns, and if you can't leave them now, you can also leave them in the comment section after this video. I will see them, talk about them, and you know, we can go like on and on. But guys, hope you're having like a wonderful time. Hope you're not feeling so bored. Let me know. I really like to know about that. Hope you're not feeling like so worked up this whole period. Hi Jibril, Shego, Musasela, Tato, you guys should gist me. What's up? John, Kodon, Madiza, Timothy. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, Tato, thanks for the video. Girl, you're so welcome. Always, Jerry. Always welcome. What aircraft do NCAT use for multi-engine training before the DA-42? The DA-42 is a multi-engine aircraft. It has 2 engines basically, and that's what they use currently. But they also use the Baron, the B-58 aircraft. So it's also a nice aircraft to fly anyways, but it's not glass cockpit. So it depends. You can either use the B-58 or you can use the DA-42, any of them. That's what we actually use in our school to train. So guys, if you have any questions, let me know. And by the way, the holiday has been, I'm going to say, insightful. I'm going to say teaching. I'm going to say also, I'm beginning to learn some things in general, like how to like open my mind to this whole industry. Some days things can go up, some days things can like come down, but still yet I believe there's hope. There's hope always, because there's no industry that's basically not affected around this period. There's no industry that's basically not facing one issue or the other. So all we have to do this period is just to keep going high and high and high, and trusting God that everything is going to get better. So guys, till we meet tomorrow, since there are no longer questions coming in, I'm just going to be leaving now, and I'll meet you tomorrow for the next video. We're still going to be talking about very insightful things, so don't miss tomorrow's live stream. I pray, Lord, I make it tomorrow. Father in heaven, help me and answer my prayer. So guys, see you guys tomorrow.